really the choices that we make us. And when we think about that, we realize that where we are, if we're in a spot of victimhood, if we're in a spot of anger, if we're in a spot of nervousness, if we're in a spot of lacking confidence and insecurity, that we can make choices to change that. That so much of life, like 10% of life is what happens to us. 90% is how we respond to it. So, what choices can you make so that you can get to the response you want? That quote, by the way, was by Charles Swindoll, a great Christian leader. And I've lived by that many times. Okay, this happened to me, but it doesn't have to define me. I can choose to go somewhere else. Okay, I'm in this spot of whatever it might be of insecurity, but I don't have to stay here. I can travel. So that statement gives hope. And it's ultimately so true. You find it throughout the Bible, you find it in all kinds of literature outside the Bible. Just because you were here doesn't mean you have to stay here. You can get to some other spot. And it's not always that you get to the spot you want, but in the effort of going somewhere else, you arrive at a different destination than the one you started.
I'm like, how would you say, like, because a lot of times we come across people who feel like where they are, they're just stuck,
Mhm.
and they they know they want something different. They just don't know what to do to get to some that's, or maybe they do know what to do, but for some reason they just feel just stuck and hopeless.
Yeah, I would tell them look at three different relationships. You need a relationship that's going to pull you out. You need a relationship that's with you in it, and a relationship that's looking to you, because when you have someone looking to you, it changes how you behave. I mean, how many parents have had a messy life and then all of a sudden they had a kid and they changed their life? So if you're stuck, look to find these three relationships. Find someone, even if you're not intimately acquainted with them, but it's an author that you admire, and you go, okay, I'm going to be like that person. I have lots of long distance mentors I've never met. Then find someone, go out and make friends. Go find someone. Go to a church setting or a group or some activity and find that person so you're not in it alone. And then look to be in a place where you're serving someone. Become a big brother. When I was 22, I used to go to or 21, I used to go to a local elementary school and read with a fifth grader. He was behind on his reading, and I would just sit there every single week. I would show up for an hour and read with him. And because he's looking up at me, it changes the way I'm acting. So when we have people that are looking at us, all of those start making a shift. So find some place where you could serve, where you can have relationship, and where you have someone pulling you out that can help you jumpstart you moving away from where you're stuck.